20 plants that heal the body naturally. Since ancient times, people have used plants to take care of their health. Many herbs, leaves and roots that we find in the backyard, in the garden, or even in the natural pharmacy can help relieve pain, improve digestion, calm the mind, and even treat simple everyday problems. It's not magic, it's nature working in our favor. In this text, we will learn about 20 plants that are good for the body, how to use each one, and in which situations they can be useful. Why do plants heal? Plants have substances that act on our body in different ways. Some soothe inflammation, others help heal wounds, improve immunity, or even reduce stress. The cool thing is that many of them are easy to find, cheap, and can be used in teas, compresses, ointments, or even food. But be careful. Even though they are natural, some plants should not be used excessively or by people with certain health conditions. It's always a good idea to ask a doctor or specialist before using any home remedy, especially if you already take other medications. Let's now get to know these 20 powerful plants, one by one, with simple tips on how to use them in everyday life. 1. Rosemary. Rosemary is that fragrant herb that many people use to season meat or bake potatoes. But it is also a great natural remedy. Rosemary tea helps improve memory, relieves headaches, and even gives strength to those who are feeling tired. To make the tea, simply boil a glass of water with a teaspoon of fresh or dried leaves and let it rest for 5 minutes. If you have circulation problems, massaging your legs with rosemary oil can help reduce swelling. 2. Chamomile. Who has never had chamomile tea to sleep better? This little white flower is famous for calming the nerves and helping you relax. Additionally, chamomile tea is good for those who have an upset stomach, gas, or heartburn. To make it, place a tablespoon of dried flowers in a cup of hot water, cover and leave for 10 minutes. If your eyes are swollen or irritated, you can make compresses with cold tea and place them on your eyelids for a few minutes. 3. Mint. Mint is refreshing and widely used in juices, teas, and even toothpastes. It helps improve digestion, relieves nausea, and can even reduce headaches caused by sinusitis. For those who have bad breath, chewing a fresh mint leaf can help. The tea is simple. Boil a glass of water with some fresh leaves and leave for 5 minutes. If you suffer from menstrual cramps, mint tea can be a natural relief. 4. Ginger. Ginger is that rhizome, a type of root, that gives a spicy flavor to foods. It is great for anyone who is nauseous, whether due to pregnancy, a car trip, or even after eating something heavy. Ginger tea also helps fight colds and flu, as it warms the body and improves circulation. To make the tea, grate a small piece of ginger, about 2 centimeters, into a cup of boiling water and leave for 10 minutes. If you have a sore throat, you can add some honey and lemon. 5. Garlic. Garlic is a superfood that almost everyone has in their kitchen. It helps lower blood pressure, improves immunity, and even fights fungi and bacteria. Eating a clove of raw garlic a day, or in capsule form, can help prevent the flu. If you have an earache, you can crush a clove of garlic, mix it with a little warm olive oil and put a few drops in your ear, but only if you don't have a perforated eardrum. Garlic is also good for those with high cholesterol. 6. Aloe vera. Aloe vera. Aloe vera is that chubby plant that many people have at home. The gel that comes out of the leaves is great for burns, cuts, and insect bites. Just cut a leaf, remove the gel, and apply directly to the skin. It also helps moisturize dry hair. Mix the gel with a little coconut oil and apply it to your hair before washing. But be careful. Aloe vera should not be ingested pure, as it can cause diarrhea. Only use the gel to treat your skin. 7. Boldo. Boldo is a plant widely used for liver and digestion problems. If you've eaten something very fatty and are feeling heavy, Boldo tea can help alleviate poor digestion and heartburn. To make the tea, boil a glass of water with a teaspoon of dried leaves and leave for 5 minutes. It is not good to drink Boldo every day, because too much can be harmful. Use only when necessary. 8. Lemon balm. Lemon balm has a mild lemon scent and is great for calming anxiety and insomnia. The tea also helps relieve menstrual cramps and headaches. To make it, place a tablespoon of fresh or dried leaves in a cup of hot water and leave for 10 minutes. If you're stressed, having a cup before bed can help you relax. 9. Calendula. Marigold is an orange or yellow flower that looks like a small sunflower. It is widely used in ointments and creams to treat wounds, burns, and diaper rash. Calendula tea can also be used to wash acne or irritated skin. To make the tea, boil a glass of water with a tablespoon of dried petals and leave for 10 minutes. Then strain and use to wash your face or make compresses. 10. Arnica arnica is famous for relieving muscle pain, cramps, and swelling. It is widely used in ointments and gels for those who play sports or suffer from joint pain. But be careful, arnica should not be used on open wounds or broken skin. Only apply to areas where the skin is intact. Arnica tea is not recommended to drink because it can be toxic. Use externally only. 11. Dandelion. The dandelion is that little plant with yellow flowers that many people think is a weed. But it is great for detoxifying the body and improving digestion. The leaves can be used in salads, and the tea helps cleanse the liver and kidneys. To make the tea, boil a glass of water with a teaspoon of dry leaves and leave for 10 minutes. It is also good for those who are constipated. 12. Sage. Sage is an herb with velvety leaves that helps improve memory and soothe sore throats. Gargling with sage tea can help reduce inflammation in your throat. For tea, boil a glass of water with a teaspoon of dried leaves and leave for 10 minutes. Sage is also good for menopausal women because it helps relieve hot flashes. 13. Nettle. Nettle is a plant that many people avoid because it burns when touched. But it is rich in nutrients and helps fight allergies, anemia, and even joint pain. Nettle tea is made with dried leaves, so they don't burn. Boil a glass of water with a teaspoon of leaves and leave for 10 minutes. It is also good for those who have prostate problems. 14. Lavender. Lavender is that purple flower that has a delicious smell. It is widely used to calm anxiety, improve sleep, and relieve headaches. You can put a few drops of lavender essential oil on your pillow or in your room diffuser. Lavender tea also helps you relax. Boil a glass of water with a teaspoon of dried flowers and leave for 10 minutes. 15. Mauve mallow is a plant with purple or white flowers that helps relieve inflammation in the throat, mouth, and even stomach. Mallow tea is good for anyone who has a cough or sore throat. To make it, boil a glass of water with a tablespoon of dried leaves and flowers and leave for 10 minutes. It can also be used to wash minor wounds. 16. Lemongrass, Cedrera. Lemongrass is that tall grass that has a strong lemon smell. It is great for relieving headaches, anxiety, and digestive problems. The tea is made with fresh leaves. Boil a glass of water with some chopped leaves and leave for 10 minutes. It also helps reduce fever and relieve muscle pain. 17. Basil. Basil is not just a delicious seasoning for sauces and salads. It also helps relieve stomach pain, gas, and even headaches. Basil tea is simple. Boil a glass of water with some fresh leaves and leave for 5 minutes. If you have a cough, you can add some honey. Basil is also good for those with anxiety. 18. Thyme. Thyme is a small, fragrant herb that helps fight infections in the throat, lungs, and intestine. Thyme tea is great for anyone who has a cough or bronchitis. To make it, boil a glass of water with a teaspoon of dry leaves and leave for 10 minutes. It can also be used to wash minor wounds because it has antiseptic properties. 19. Comfrey. Comfrey is a plant with large leaves that helps heal wounds and relieve joint pain. It is widely used in ointments and compresses to treat bruises, burns, and even fractures. But be careful, comfrey should not be ingested, as it can harm the liver. Use only externally, in compresses or ointments. 20. Guaco. Guaco is a climbing plant that helps alleviate respiratory problems, such as asthma, bronchitis, and coughs. Guaco syrup is widely used to treat colds and flu. To make the tea, boil a glass of water with a tablespoon of dry leaves and leave for 10 minutes. It can also be mixed with honey to make it tastier. How to use these plants in everyday life. Now that you know these 20 plants, you can start using them in a simple way. Here are some practical tips. Teas. Most plants can be used in teas. Just boil water, add the leaves, flowers, or roots, let it rest and strain. Compresses. For muscle pain or inflammation, soak a clean cloth in cold or warm tea and apply to the affected area. Ointments and oils. Some plants, such as aloe vera and arnica, can be transformed into homemade ointments with the help of petroleum jelly or coconut oil. Cooking. Many of these plants, such as rosemary, mint, and basil, can be used to season food and also bring health benefits. Important precautions. Even though they are natural, plants can cause reactions in some people. Therefore, it is good to follow some rules. Don't use plants you don't know. Some can be toxic. Pregnant women, children, and people with chronic illnesses should consult a doctor before using any natural remedy. Do not replace prescribed medications with plants without guidance. If you are allergic to any plant, avoid using it. Conclusion. Nature offers us many options for taking care of our health in a simple and accessible way. These 20 plants are just a few of the many that can help relieve pain, improve digestion, calm the mind, and treat everyday problems. The secret is to use it in moderation, observe how your body reacts and, whenever possible, seek guidance from a professional. Try including some of them in your routine and see how small changes can make a big difference to your well-being. After all, taking care of your health can also be something natural and pleasurable. Now that you know some of the most powerful plants for taking care of your health, it's important to know how to use them in your everyday life. Many of them can be found at fairs, markets, or even grown at home, in pots or small gardens. Let's see some practical ways to take advantage of these natural remedies. Tea is one of the simplest ways to use medicinal plants. For example, chamomile, in addition to calming, can be taken before bed to help relax. Boldo, when prepared as an infusion, is great for relieving that heavy stomach feeling after a fatty meal. Just put some leaves in hot water, let it sit for a few minutes and drink. Another way to use plants is in the form of juices, salads, or seasonings. Rosemary, for example, can be added to roasted meats or vegetables, not only to add flavor, but also to aid digestion. Mint, in addition to freshening your breath, can be used in green juices or even in desserts, such as homemade ice cream. Parsley, which many people only use to decorate dishes, is rich in vitamins and can be chopped into salads, soups, or omelets. Some plants can also be used in compresses or baths. Arnica, for example, is famous for relieving muscle pain and bruises. You can make an infusion with the flowers and apply a damp cloth to the painful area. Calendula, in addition to being used in ointments for wounds, can be added to bath water to soothe irritated or itchy skin. For those who like homemade recipes, some plants can be transformed into syrups or molasses. Ginger, for example, is great for relieving coughs and sore throats. You can grate a piece, mix it with honey and take a spoonful when you feel discomfort. Aloe vera, or aloe vera, can also be used in homemade gel for mild burns or to moisturize the skin. Of course, even though they are natural, plants must be used with common sense. There is no point in drinking liters of Boldo tea thinking that it will solve all your stomach problems, or overdoing it with ginger and ending up irritating your throat. The ideal is to start with small amounts and observe how the body responds. Another important tip is to pay attention to the quality of the plants. If you are buying at fairs or markets, choose fresh leaves and roots, with no signs of mold or pests. If you prefer to grow at home, use pots with good drainage and fertilized soil. Plants like basil, rosemary, and mint grow easily in small spaces and still make the house more beautiful and smelling good. Finally, remember that medicinal plants are allies, but they do not work miracles. They can help alleviate mild symptoms, improve mood, give more energy, and even prevent some health problems. But if the discomfort persists or worsens, don't hesitate to see a doctor. The combination of traditional knowledge and modern medicine is the best way to take care of your health in a balanced way. Starting to use medicinal plants is like discovering a new world of flavors, smells, and benefits. It may be that, at the beginning, you need to test some options until you find the ones that suit you best. But, over time, you will realize how rewarding it is to take care of yourself naturally, without relying solely on industrialized medicines. And the best part, many of these plants are already within your reach, waiting to be part of your routine. How about trying it today? Here are some easy-to-find plants that can bring relief to small, everyday annoyances. Let's get to know some of them and how to use them in a simple way. Boldo is a classic when it comes to digestion. If you've eaten too much or have a heavy stomach feeling, a cup of Boldo tea after a meal can help. Just put a leaf in hot water, let it rest for about 5 minutes and drink. But be careful, don't overdo it, because too much can be too strong. Chamomile is known for calming. If you are stressed, having difficulty sleeping, or even have a mild headache, chamomile tea can be a great ally. In addition, it also helps to relieve menstrual cramps and skin irritations, such as diaper rash or insect bites. To use, place a tablespoon of dried flowers in hot water, leave for about 10 minutes and strain. Ginger is another powerful ingredient, especially for those who suffer from motion sickness, whether in the car, at sea, or even during pregnancy. Grating a small piece of fresh ginger and putting it in hot water to make tea helps a lot. It is also great for warming the body in the cold and fighting colds, because it has properties that help decongest and strengthen immunity. Who has never heard of mint to freshen breath? But it goes beyond that. Mint tea helps relieve gas, stomach pain, and even nausea. It is also a good option for those who have an irritated throat, as it gives a feeling of relief instantly. To prepare, Simply place some fresh leaves in hot water and leave for about 5 minutes. Calendula is a beautiful flower full of benefits for the skin. If you have a wound, mild burn, or even diaper rash, making a compress with calendula tea can help it heal faster. Just prepare the tea, let it cool, and apply it with a clean cloth to the affected area. Another very useful plant is aloe vera, or aloe vera. The gel that comes out of the leaves is a real remedy for sunburn, mosquito bites, and even for moisturizing dry skin. Just cut a leaf, remove the gel, and apply directly to the area. But be careful, don't use the yellow gel that is close to the shell, as it can irritate the skin. For those who suffer from anxiety or insomnia, lemon balm can be a great ally. Tea made from the leaves has a mild smell and a slightly citrus taste, which helps you relax. Drink a cup at night, before bed, and see how much easier sleep comes. Arnica is famous for helping with bumps, swelling, and muscle pain. But be careful. It should not be used on open wounds or broken skin. The ideal is to make a tea with the dried flowers and apply cold compresses to the painful area. If you have a cough or phlegm, rosemary can give you a boost. In addition to being delicious in food, rosemary tea helps loosen secretions and soothe throat irritation. It's also great for giving you extra energy when you're feeling tired. Sage is another versatile plant. It helps relieve sore throats, bad breath, and even excessive sweating. To use, make a tea with the leaves and rinse your mouth or drink little by little. It is also a good option for those with low immunity. For those with high blood pressure, St. John's wort, or St. John's wort, can be a natural option, but it is important to talk to a doctor before using it, because it can interact with other medications. Tea made with flowers helps calm and improve mood. Annatto is not only a natural dye, but it also has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Tea from the seeds can help protect the heart and skin from sun damage. Another plant worth knowing is stevia, used as a natural sweetener. It has no calories and is a great option for those who want to reduce sugar. Additionally, some research shows that it can help control blood pressure and blood sugar. Wormwood is strong and should be used with caution, but in small amounts it can aid digestion and even fight worms. The ideal is to use just one leaf in a tea, because the taste is very bitter. Finally, lavender is known for its relaxing scent, but it can also be used to relieve headaches and anxiety. A sachet of lavender on your pillow or a few drops of essential oil in a diffuser can do wonders for your well-being. Remember, medicinal plants are a natural aid, but they do not replace medical care when necessary. Start with small amounts to see how your body reacts, and if you have questions, talk to a healthcare professional. The important thing is to experiment little by little and discover what works best for you. After all, taking care of your health can also be a time to connect with nature and with yourself.